There we go. Right. Okay. Should be recording. So I'm just going to mute everybody at the moment, just so there's not any background noise. But if you want to ask anything, please just unmute yourself and just butt in. Feel free to ask questions or add to anything that I say. So welcome everybody to our Essential Oils and Children's class. My name is Kirsty and I'm a wellness advocate with doTERRA, and I have been using these amazing essential oils for myself and my family for 1.5 years now. The intention for the class tonight is to touch on the importance of knowing where your oils are coming from and go over several safety guidelines that will allow you to safely use essential oils at home with your children. This will allow your whole family to reap the benefits that essential oils have to offer. Please keep in mind it's important to consult with your child's GP about any specific health concerns or conditions before you start using essential oils on your children. So first up, why use doTERRA oils? doTERRA, doTERRA wants parents to feel confident about using their essential oils and products on children. This is why they created, I'm not sure I've got the right. Yeah, no, it's fine, sorry, I'm just getting a bit, sorry, it's all good. So they created the CPTG Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade testing process to ensure that each essential oil product is high quality, free of contaminants and safe to use. CPTG process includes a series of tests to ensure that the essential oils doTERRA produce always meet a high standard of quality and do not contain any harmful contaminants. Not only should this testing process make us as parents feel good about using doTERRA products, but it also gives us peace of mind when it comes to sharing these products with our children. It's important to make sure the oils that we're using are 100% pure, as there are so many companies out there that claim their oils to be pure, when in fact an essential oil only needs to be something like 3% essential oil for a company to claim it and sell it as pure. So whatever we talk about tonight only applies to doTERRA essential oils, as we know that they're pure. How do we know this, and what makes doTERRA different? doTERRA source their plants indigenously, meaning they come from the plant's natural habitat. This is super important, as their natural habitat is what makes the plant that plant. The temperature, the soil, climate, time of day harvested, plus many more factors all have a huge impact on the composition of an essential oil. doTERRA work directly with farmers and growers to ensure that there's no chance of any contamination, to be sure their oils are free from pesticides and synthetics or fillers further down the line. I just want to go back to CPTG. I know that I previously mentioned it, but just to clarify, at the moment there's no governing body overlooking the essential oil industry, which is why we need to do our research when choosing an essential oil company, even more so when we're using them with our children. doTERRA's mission was to bring to the world the purest essential oils, and having no benchmark wasn't good enough for them, so they created their own, which is where Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade came from. This is a standard that they came up with for their own testing, for their own oils, purity and potency. Currently, doTERRA essential oils go through rigorous testing both in-house and through a third-party company to ensure, as I mentioned earlier, there's no contaminants, fillers or synthetics. And there's a really nice website called Source2You, where you can have a look. There's lots of different sourcing stories about where the oils come from, how they're sourced, and the kind of impact that it has on the villages, the families and the communities there. But you can also, on the bottom of the oils, you're not able to see at the moment, but there's an expiry date on the bottom, and there's also a little batch number. You can put that batch number into the Source2U website, and it brings up the test results for that specific oil. So they're really transparent with everything they do. They want people to know and trust that their oils are 100% pure. So why should we use essential oils with children? Whether you used essential oils for a long time or you're just starting out, parents are often concerned about using essential oils on children. Although children are smaller and generally more sensitive than adults, it is still possible for the entire family to enjoy essential oils on a daily basis. We love using essential oils as a family as they don't cause us any harmful side effects that using many store-bought or over-the-counter products may. Essential oils is a lifestyle choice for us. It's been a very gradual process by simply replacing store-bought products with homemade essential oil products instead. We use them for many aspects of home life, from cooking and cleaning to first aid and pain relief, and do so safe in the knowledge that we're actually promoting our family's health. If you're new to essential oils, it's important to know that essential oils have been used throughout the world since ancient times. For example, ancient Egyptians frequently used essential oils for beauty treatments, in food preparation, or during religious ceremonies and rituals. Many parents are concerned that essential oils are simply a fad. However, when we consider that essential oils have been used safely and effectively for centuries, it's easy to see that they're much more than a fleeting trend. Many cultures have safely used essential oils within a family for thousands of years, and so can you. Some parents do worry that essential oils may be unsafe for children, but they are safe when used correctly. Like any substance, essential oils can be unsafe if used incorrectly, even for adults. The key to safe use of essential oils for children and adults is adhering to simple safety guidelines and paying attention to the dosage. Essential oils are composed of natural compounds, which means that they offer a safe and natural way to care for your family. Like any product you would use in your home or on your children, as long as you know how to use them for the intended purposes, you can safely use them on your children. The best way to ensure you're using your oils properly with your children is to educate yourself. Remember, the way you use essential oils for yourself is different than how you would use them on your children. So always be sure to thoroughly read labels and instructions, educate yourself before applying a product or oil to your child. We're going to go over a few general safety guidelines that are important to remember when using essential oils with children. Firstly, use more caution. We do obviously have to take a bit more caution when it comes to your children, as children's skin is much more delicate than ours, so we would always dilute essential oils with a carrier oil before using them topically. Diluting doesn't affect the potency of the oil and can actually help carry the oil into the skin and increase absorption. B, take care around sensitive areas. So we want to avoid sensitive areas such as the internal parts of the ears and the nose. Take care if you're using them around the eyes. You know, you can use them around the eye sockets, but certainly no closer than that. We've used oils on Ollie's eyes. He's had a few little styes on his eyes, and we've used just the oil, just as I say, around the sockets, just very carefully. And if a child does get oil in their eye, always use a carrier oil to remove it. Don't use water. A carrier oil helps to dilute it, but water and oils obviously don't mix. Less is more, especially when it comes to our children. Always start off with a lower dose. doTERRA are very, very potent oils, so we should never need a lot of oil anyway. We're always better to apply less but more often. throughout the day than more oil at once, at any one time. Keep the oils out of reach. Ollie loves putting oils on himself. It makes him feel kind of special, and he loves taking that wee bit kind of responsibility. Putting his oils on, he takes his wee multivitamin himself. But it's obviously always advisable to make sure that they're supervised. Photosensitivity. Citrus oils can make our skin photosensitive. So if we're using citrus oils and then going out in direct sunlight, it can leave like a stain on your skin and make you more prone to burning. So if you were using citrus oils on your skin, use them like on your back, or I don't know, under your hairline, or on your feet, somewhere that the sun's not going to shine. Or you could always use a different oil with same kind of properties. When starting to use essential oils on children, it's always a good idea to check for sensitivity. So you could always put a little bit, dilute a little bit oil, put it on their foot, and observe the area over a few hours, just to check to make sure that it's agreeing with their skin. And education. Educating yourself is key. It's always so important. As with anything we do for our children, when we're preparing their meals, medicating them, anything that we do for our children, the more knowledge that we have is better. We can learn how to safely use wonderful natural solutions and feel comfortable using them. Then we're passing that knowledge on to our children, and it becomes a way of life for them. So they grow up doing it, and it just becomes part of the norm, and they grow up being in charge of their own natural health care, which I just think is amazing. And this is just a little dilution guide. I'm just going to look at my screen over here because it's a bit bigger to see. So these are based on using a 5 ml bottle and a 10 ml roller bottle. So if you want, I can send you the little chart afterwards if you just contact me, and I can send that to you. But just as a quick guide, so for a child, a young baby up to 12 months old, in a 10 ml bottle, you would use 1 drop of essential oil, and that's all you need. These oils really are very potent, so you should never need any more than that. And like we've already said, it's always advisable to start off with less and apply more if needed. It's worth noting though that these guides are a kind of rough guide. Everybody we vary from person to person. So what's like okay for my little boy might not be okay for another, depending on their skin sensitivity and their individual makeup. So it's always good just to do your own research and just be cautious. So ways we can use essential oils with our children. First up, there's aromatical use. Using a diffuser is a great way for our children to experience the aromatical benefits of essential oils, and it's a really key way for using for emotional support. With aromatical use, we can inhale from our cupped hands. So you can pop a drop on your hands, rub them together, and inhale that way. But when it comes to children, it's always a good idea to put it on your own hands and let them inhale from your hands, so you're not having to put it on their hands and then risk it getting in their eyes or mouth. Or you could also pop a wee drop on a tissue and just let them inhale that. Topical use, as we can see, always demonstrating for us. The soles of your feet are a good place to apply oils for young children. Even for us as well, as the oils absorb much better, quicker and easier through our feet. We've got bigger pores on the soles of our feet, and there's no oil glands on our feet as well, so it's a much better area to use for topical use. There's less sensitivity on our feet as well because the skin is thicker. There's less chance of any skin irritation. And again, having it on your feet, the children aren't going to, it's more difficult for them to get their feet in their mouth or up to their eyes. Another way to use topically is massage. It's a nice way to spend a wee bit of time with your children, just kind of bond with them. Ollie quite likes a little foot massage with some oils or a wee hand massage, and it's a nice way to help them calm down as well if you're using a nice kind of calming oil, lavender for example. And also down the spine, down the back of the spine is a good place. Again, it's out of reach for them, but there's also a rich blood supply and nerve, so it's going to get carried to the rest of their body nice and quickly. I'm going to start talking about oils now. There's obviously so many oils that we can use with our children, so I've just picked a few that we use quite often. So first up is lavender. Lavender is a really good anti-inflammatory. It's a natural antihistamine. It has analgesic and antiseptic properties. I always like to think of it as a Swiss Army knife or the mum of the essential oil world, because there's nothing it can't do. It's an amazing oil to have to hand. It can help with so many different aspects of life. It's really calming. It's a nice oil to use at bedtime. You could pop some in the diffuser in your child's bedroom, which we quite often do, or a little foot rub in the evenings to help kind of calm, get them ready for bedtime. It's also a great oil for burns, bites and stings, and we used it very recently. Within the last month, Ollie fell into some nettles, so we ran home and got the fractionated coconut oil and lavender out and applied it to his stings on the back of his leg, and within less than a minute he was the tears had gone and he was quite happy. So it really is an amazing oil. Next up is Melaleuca, which is also known as tea tree. This is a great antiviral oil. It's antibacterial, antiseptic and antifungal. It's a good oil to support our immune systems. It's a nice oil for the skin. It's really cleansing. You can use it to cleanse wounds. You can also put it in children's shampoo, and it helps to protect their hair when they're at school from any wee bugs going about. It's also good for toenails. It's a really good, as I said, antifungal. So quite often children are running about. If they've got their socks and shoes on all day, their feet can get a little funky. So it's a nice oil to use for all things fungal. And next up it's called Zengest. Now it's recently been renamed from Digest-Zen. This is the supportive or digestive blend, which contains peppermint, fennel, tarragon, coriander, caraway, ginger and anise. This is a really good oil to help support digestive systems, and it is good if your children have got a little upset tummy. You can massage it on their tummy in a clockwise direction. It can, in doing this, it can also help with constipation, occasional tummy upset. It's also good for colic as well. Next up we have On Guard, which is the protective blend. This contains clove, cinnamon, wild orange, rosemary and eucalyptus. And it's a really great antibacterial oil, and it's antiviral as well and really high in antioxidants. It's a good oil to diffuse, to cleanse the air throughout the year, but more so probably in winter time, you know, when the bugs are cold, wee colds are on their eyes. And it's an oil that we use daily with Ollie. He has his own little roller bottle made up, and he applies it to his feet morning and night, and it just helps to support his immune system. Next, we have Balance. Balance is another blend containing spruce, horewood, osmanthus, blue chamomile, blue tansy, frankincense, and this one actually contains fractionated coconut oil, so we can use it directly on our skin. It's already been diluted, and that applies to children as well. We quite often use it on all his feet. If his emotions are running high, shall we say, pop a wee drop of Balance on his feet, wee massage, calms them down, just chills them right out. It's a nice oil, can obviously help with anxiety if children are feeling a bit, quite often at the moment, there's so many changes in children's lives, it's hard enough for us to understand what's going on, but it's even harder for children. So Balance is a lovely oil to use for them, as is lavender for anxiety as well. Again, Balance can be used in a diffuser. It can be, you can make up a little roller bottle, or like I said, the foot massage. Next we have Air, which used to be known as Breathe, and this is a respiratory blend, which is an oil we use a lot for Ollie. It contains eucalyptus, peppermint, lemon, laurel, melaleuca, ravensara, and cardamom. It's a respiratory blend. It helps soothe the tissues of the respiratory system, and it helps open airways and promotes clear breathing. And it helps relieve congestion as well. We use it. Ollie has a little roller bottle made up, which we use if he's feeling a little bit congested. We use it on the soles of his feet. We put it on his chest and on the back of his lungs, and we diffuse it in his bedroom too. His diffuser has, I think most diffusers do, they have a few different time settings, so you can have it on for an hour. So we tend to put it on before we're going upstairs for bedtime, just so it's been diffused in his bedroom for a wee bit, and then it stays on for a wee bit once he's in bed as well. And I just wanted to include a couple of wee blends for you. First one is the Ouchie blend, which contains frankincense, melaleuca, and lavender. And this is a really nice one for cleansing, soothing any wee cuts or bites that children might get. Frankincense is a wonderful cellular support. Melaleuca, again, antiviral, really cleansing. Lavender, soothing as well. The immune support, On Guard, as I said, we use that for Ollie. Younger children, I would recommend, younger than, I would say 2 or 3, you could use, probably be better to use melaleuca and frankincense. I think On Guard's a bit strong for young children. It probably could be used on younger children with a much heavier dilution, but there's always alternatives, so you're better to stick to that. The Sleepy Time blend is one that we use quite often in Ollie's diffuser. So we put some lavender and some cedar wood, and he's also got a little roller bottle made up with that in it as well, which we put on his feet, and also on his pulse points. And no-nips, because that's something that we can all use if anybody has school-aged children. It consists of melaleuca and lavender, and this blend can actually also be used for nappy rash, and it's what we use on Ollie for his dyes as well. Again, melaleuca and lavender, both they're cleansing, anti-inflammatory, so good for any wee. Ollie recently had a wee stye in his eye, and it was just really swollen. His whole eye was swollen, but I just dotted that round his. We put on his what we called his superhero patch. Just dotted it round his wee eye, and it just makes such a difference. And it's so nice to be able to use something that's natural and it's not giving him any kind of side effects, I suppose. Last up, I just wanted to show you a couple of wee kits that doTERRA do. The first one is the Touch kit. So this is a kit that comes pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. So this one is good for children. It has the top 9 oils in it. It doesn't have lemon, but it has the other top 9 oils in it. So that's lavender, peppermint, frankincense, melaleuca, digestin, breathe or air, on guard, oregano, and deep blue. And these can be used by the whole family as well. And there's also a kit specifically for children, the Kids Collection, which contains Thinker, Calmer, Rescuer, Stronger, Brave, and Steady. And this is a kit that I don't have, but I'd really like to get. It comes with, as you can see, the little kind of stoppers, so you can just pop the oil in and attach it onto their wee bag. Like, it's a lot of children take them to school and use them themselves when they're at school. A couple of offers that we have. If you haven't used doTERRA oils and you'd like to try, please contact me and we can have a chat and send you a wee free sample. Because I think everybody needs to have these oils in their house. And I'm on a mission to do that, share the love. Also, there's a 50 PV offer. So if you place an order of 50 PV or more, we get a free bottle of oil, which was going to be, sorry, I just forgot, either melaleuca or lavender touch. The 100 PV offer, this month you can get, if you enroll with a 100 PV offer, you can get Past Tense for free, which is the tension blend. And you'll also get the melaleuca or lavender touch. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. Because it's so weird not seeing people when I'm talking. Yeah, so that's everything. Does anybody have any questions or anything they'd like to add?
See, with the one that you said about for the nappy rash, would you just mix that with the oil, the coconut oil as well?
Yeah, so you just make up, we have a roller bottle that we made for Ollie, which we used on his thigh, but I just roll it on my finger because he has, a few times he gets a wee sore bum, so I just roll it on my finger and just kind of dab it round. But again, yeah, in the roller bottle with coconut oil and
that's like, obviously, I've been using the oils in September, but we have the same for Josh, like a breathe or air, whatever it is, roller ball that like he puts on his feet at night. And we had the On Guard, I need to get more actually because I used it like through all winter. And I definitely feel like, so like, not saying we didn't have a cold or whatever, but we did, but I definitely feel like it did help. I don't think we were quite as ill as we usually.
Yeah, definitely.
and it just, I don't know, like I think like it was just the thing I did like every night or every morning. I put it on, and it definitely helped.
Good. Yeah, we notice a difference as well. I think, I mean, like you say, I wouldn't say that it stops you from getting ill. I certainly felt over the winter that, you know, I felt like I was coming down with something, but it never actually didn't come to anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were kind of still getting like maybe a little sign of, but it wasn't coming to as bad as what it usually did. And I definitely think like that helps. I'll definitely try the lavender. It's really weird because lavender gives, I think I've said this before, it gives me a headache. Like when I put lavender in a diffuser,
Okay.
headache from it, which is so annoying. But I'll definitely put it in the roller balls as well for
Yeah. Yeah, there's always other ways that you can use them, you know. If you did get like a headache, then like maybe just using the roller bottle and then it's not quite so intense.
mixing it with something. Maybe I need to just not just put straight lavender in and put something else in with it as well to.
Yeah, or you could use 2 or 3 different oils in your diffuser as well. So maybe use less of the lavender. But I mean, if you wanted to use lavender specifically, then you know think about the reason that you're going to use it, and there's always an alternative.
Yeah, no,
As
that's
well.
good. If I could get a wee copy of your slide there, that would be great for.
Yes. Don't have my notepad. Yeah. Just going to steal
Yeah,
Kenny's.
as well.
Yes, I have.
But see, do you know what else is good mixing with lavender is lemongrass for headaches.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
Just putting it around your temples,
Okay.
or even just in your diffuser, just a wee drop in your diffuser. It is amazing for getting rid of headaches.
Oh, that's good to know.
You know, if you can't take the lavender, it is pretty good.
I love lemongrass.
I know, it's
So
amazing.
nice. So nice.
But it is, I've got a client that has terrible migraines, and I've now got her on to lemongrass. We've went through lots. She's on lemongrass and she's not had a migraine for weeks and weeks.
Wow. That's amazing.
So it's a good alternative to lavender.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'll take it to lemongrass, Kirsty, doTERRA.
Sorry?
I take it doTERRA, do lemongrass.
Yes, I do. I have got
Add that to my.
yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna have a wee sniff. So nice, it's so refreshing. Lovely. Anything else? Anybody has any other questions or?
What was that? Was that lavender and lemongrass together for the headaches?
Yeah.
You can do it together or separate. It just depends how much of the smell you can take. Sometimes either one or the other can be overwhelming, but definitely both work. But as I can't remember the other girl's name, the lavender was giving her a headache or not taking away her headache, but lemongrass works as well. But again, it's down to each individual, you know, how they can take. But also lemongrass, it's nice and fresh and
yeah, it's beautiful. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you can use it together with a carrier oil or just a wee bit roller boil, or you know, or just dabbing it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions or anything to add?
What was the oil that you used on your little boy for the conjunctivitis?
Lavender and Melaleuca.
That's amazing.
Yeah. He's had a few wee styes, and every time we use it, the last time it was a bit worse, so he's his eye was really swollen, so we added in, I put some frankincense and copaiba in as well, just for that wee bit extra support, and just works wonders. It's amazing.
It's great, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to stop recording just now.